Hi, this is Gina from Tappecue, and in this video we're going to show you how to set up your Tappecue with the Mac. You're going to need your Tappecue, a USB cable, and a probe, and a Mac that is least version 10.9 Maverick and above. To find out what version your Mac is, there's an apple in the upper left-hand corner. If you click that and about this Mac, it will show you the version of the Mac that you have. You need to have at least version 10.9 and above to be able to run the setup program. This Tappecue happens to be version 10.10.5 and the OS is X Yosemite. Okay, first you're going to plug a probe into the probe port on the Tappecue. Then you're going to plug the USB cable into the Tappecue. Then you're going to plug the USB cable into your Mac. And we're going to look here for the version of the Tappecue. This Tappecue happens to be Tappecue version 4.09. And then we're going to wait for it to say PC connected. PC connected. The first thing that you're going to need to do is download the Mac setup program. You're going to open a internet browser, and I'm doing Google Chrome here, and you're going to go to www.tappecue.com. You're going to click on the downloads folder and find the Mac setup program. It's going to download a file that's called tappecuemac.zip. I've got it over here in my downloads. I'm going to go ahead and show in Finder. And then I'm going to go ahead and open with, you might have several utilities to open it with. The one that I'm going to use is the archive utility that came with this Mac. And what it did is it created a folder here and unzipped Tappecue 1.7. This is actually the Tappecue setup program. And to make it so I can find it, I'm going to go ahead and copy it here to my desktop. So I'm going to minimize this and minimize this. Come over here to my desktop and just paste item. And now the Tappecue setup program is ready to launch. And I'm going to go ahead and open it. The first step that we're going to do is register a new account because we don't have one yet. So we're going to do register new account. And then we've got the license agreement that explains that we're only collecting information and we're not giving it away to anyone else. It's just for communicating with you. You can always unsubscribe. So you have to accept. Now we're going to create your own account ID. I'm going to call this one Mac Demo. And my password, I'm going to make Mac Demo. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that password. A guest password is used for letting others access your temperatures and get alerts on their phone without giving them any ability to change things. It's view only. I'm just going to call it guest 1. Put in your email address, and this is important because your email address is what is used to send you your session data at the end of your smoke. So I'm going to go ahead and put in our support email in case you want to use that to email us. And this, you're going to put in your name, but I'm just going to call it Mac Demo. And the address. We use the address for if you call in and you want to make an order over the phone, or you need a probe replaced. The address makes it really easy. We just can get that information from our from your registration. So once you create your customer account, you're going to click Save. Now this is going to tell you that it successfully saved it and to proceed to register Tappecue. And it's important to remember your account ID and password because that's what you're going to use when you log in to your mobile app. Okay. Now the next step will be to register your Tappecue. So you're going to click the tab at the top that says Register Tappecue. And of course we've already plugged in a probe, but this was just a warning message to tell you that the probe had to be connected first. You're going to name your Tappecue. And then you're going to hit the Save button. It should give you the message back that the device was successfully registered. Proceed to Wi-Fi setup. Now, if it doesn't give you that message, it could be that the driver on the Mac needs updating. And I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of where to go. If you go to support here on our tappecue.com, and then if you search articles and you key in the word Mac, you're going to see problem when installing the Tappecue on a Mac. And we're also going to have a video that you'll be able to see that'll be something like installing the drivers on the Mac. But if you click on this, it gives you some advice of what to do, and it also gives you where the driver is located. And we'll be showing you more about that here with another video. So now that the Tappecue has been registered successfully, you're going to go to the Wi-Fi setup tab at the top. And as long as your Mac has a Wi-Fi in it, you'll see the list of Wi-Fi networks that are close. If it's hard cabled in, then you won't see this list and you'll have to key in your Wi-Fi network. We still get the same warning message that a probe is plugged in, but of course we do have one plugged in. We're going to select the network, our Wi-Fi network, which is called Tappecue, which will fill it in here, and hit the Save Network button. And the success just tells us that we successfully saved that Wi-Fi network to the Tappecue. Then we're going to select WPA2. If you don't know your security type, nowadays most likely it's going to be WPA2. So you can try WPA2 and click Save Type. It's going to say that that was successful. Then we're going to come to the Wi-Fi password. The WEP key is only used for older security types that were WEP security types, and if that was the case, then this key would open. But ours is WPA2, so we're going to put in our Wi-Fi password. And save the password. Got the success. Now the Tappecue doesn't know that that's the correct password, it only knows that it saved it properly. We're still going to see if the red light went out on the Tappecue. And if it didn't, what we do is we go through and we check the Wi-Fi network, and it's supposed to give us the name of the network, which is our network, which is Tappecue. It will be your network saved up here. Then you're going to check the password, look at the top here, and just verify that password is correct, and it is case sensitive. So if there was anything capitalized that wasn't, then you need to capitalize it. And you're going to hit the check connection button, and it's going to tell you either connected or not connected. So it says mine is not connected. My red light didn't go out. So I'm going to click this reset device button. And it says it finished resetting, but what we really have to wait is we got to wait for the Tappecue to reboot. So we're going to be looking at the Tappecue and waiting for it to say PC connected. So it takes about a minute possibly to reboot it. Okay, it says PC connected now, and I did notice my red light went out. So now I'm checking the connection again, and now it tells me that it's connected. One of the things that I did want to mention here, if the check connection still shows not connected, the Tappecue has to use a 2.4G network. It can be common for routers to have two networks. They might have a 5G and a non-5G or 2.4. I want you to make sure that you connected to the 2.4 network and not the 5G network. So you would go in and make sure that you select that and save that as well. Another common mistake is that people think that they have their Wi-Fi password correct, but they really have something missing, or they've used the wrong password. So verify that your Wi-Fi password is correct and then save that again. One other thing to check is that for those of you who know about your routers, the Tappecue is an 802.11b and G chip. So you want to make sure that you don't have your router set up to say, I only want 802.11 in only devices. And we would be happy to help you out if you are having issues with connecting. If you would send us an email at support@innovating-solutions.com. At this point, your Tappecue is set up, with the exception if you want Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. It comes defaulted with Fahrenheit, but we have a utilities tab here that you could change it to Celsius and then hit the set temperature display. But most of you will probably be using Fahrenheit. So now is the time for us to start looking to see if we can connect through our app. So we've just finished with setup, and it still says PC connected, and the red light has went out. We've seen that it's a green light now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to unplug it from the Mac, the USB, and now we're going to plug the Tappecue into the power outlet. Our probe is still plugged in, which is what we want. It's going to show the Tappecue version. This one happens to be Tappecue 4.09. And then what we're going to see here is the lights. You'll see the red light and the yellow and the green going. That's a normal boot up sequence. The red light is going to go out, and we're going to see the temperatures here at the top. This one, it's 83, low, low, low. And the one thing that we want to make sure of is that there's no asterisks in the corner, because if there's an asterisk in the corner, it was booted without the probe and it's in offline mode. So we're just going to make sure there's no asterisks. And then we're going to go to our phone and check the app. Now that you successfully set up your Tappecue, it's time to verify through the app that it's working. So if you haven't downloaded the Tappecue app from the App Store or Google Play, you would want to go to the App Store or Google Play on your iPhone or Android and search for Tappecue and install the app. Once it's installed, you're going to see this T icon, Tappecue. And we're going to go ahead and now log in. Since we did our registration through the Mac, we don't need to register. We just log in with that account. And if you remember, I told you to save your Mac username and password. So it's going to be Mac Demo. It was Mac Demo. It was the password. I'm going to log in. And you'll get a message. I've already logged in once, but it'll say that it's going to add your device, and you'll want to say okay to that. That will be adding your phone to your account so that you'll get alerts. So the first thing we're going to do is start a new session. And at this point, you should already have your Tappecue plugged in, with the probe plugged in first, and then the power to the wall outlet, so that it's actually on right now. And I'm going to name this one Test. And then we're going to see the name of the Tappecue is Demo Tap. Hit Next. We're going to select a probe. It can be anything for a test, but I'm taking the beef chamber probe as mine. You'll see the min and max for the alerts. And then you're going to see your phone that was added when you logged in. Everyone who logs in, you'll see the phone in this list. And you'll turn on the alerts. Start session. Then you're going to go to View Current Session. Click on your Tappecue. Go to the Quick Temperature View. Now, the Tappecue takes about a minute or possibly 2 minutes to connect to your router. So you're going to hit this refresh button here until we see that it says Tappecue connected and we see the temperature. And there we go. The Tappecue is working correctly, and now it's all set up and ready to use. If for some reason it's 2 minutes and you still haven't seen the Wi-Fi connected, go ahead and unplug the Tappecue and plug it right back in again and let it boot up again and run another couple of minutes hitting your refresh button. And you'll notice the date and time at the top says it should say the last time that it was updated. Okay, thank you. And if you have any questions, then email support at innovating-solutions.com.